are these people?
There is something else that I did want to cover. It's not really a story per se, but I am the INN hype man, as everybody knows. But there are some new projects going on at INN. I think some of you here know about them. Some of you who may be listening on the podcast do not. So I wanted to kind of just go through a few of them and share it with everyone so you guys can see. The first one is our buddy Joe. That's Shut the Fuck Up Shitlib. He's over on TikTok. And he's been over on TikTok for a little while. He's actually got a pretty big following now. He's 7,500 followers, and he's putting out videos pretty often. I wanted to showcase that in the beginning of one of these videos, he actually shows his face. I think it might be this one.
You're about to expose him right now?
No.
That one?
Hardly. He exposes himself.
Yeah. You saw it here first. Indy exposes Joe.
Huh. Why is this not playing now?
Because
it's killing my screen on top of it. What?
I don't know. Try.
Oh, OBS
try
might be killing it. I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
I don't. It shouldn't.
The government withholding every single one of our donations.
If there is no one there to pick it up, it's getting locked up and not utilized.
Why is the government preventing Hawaii from getting supplies and help? Why is it that the locals are the reason why they're getting supplies and a little bit of help? Oh, we see all that money that Biden supposedly has sent Hawaii, but that's money to rebuild for the elites, for their plan of their smart city, because the locals refuse to sell their land. And so they took it from them. They're wasting no time to take that land from the locals. Meanwhile, they're just stranded and getting no help at all from our government. That money is not going to go to them. It's going to the future plans of that island that they took.
Yep. So Joe's been sharing some videos like this, absolute fire, over at TikTok. TikTok.com/STFU shitlib2. INN, by the way, is also over. Just stop.
This is it.
What?
You good? You got it?
Yeah. Indie News Network. Man, my screen is flickering hard. That's not it. What is going on here? Oh, it's indienews.network. That's why. There you go. All right. So, welfare, for example, I made the vertical version of that. You can watch that there on INN TikTok. Some How Do We Miss That clips. I don't know if you know, but I actually make a vertical version of the show every Sunday. It's only recorded. I don't actually put it out anywhere or stream it. So you can kind of go over here and see the clips that I put out vertically, as well as the clips that we've been using an AI tool to make some clips. Jett, I make American Tradition clips vertically, so we can put that up there. Yeah, there's Jordan doing Jimmy. We put that up there. Joe's video is great. And so we're just getting started over there. So check out INN TikTok. I wanted to spotlight and showcase that we're doing that over there. I also wanted to showcase over at, hang on a second. 2 playlists. So first of all, that we started a new show. I started a show with Himbo. I think I mentioned it earlier, and that's called Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. I wasn't really being public about the fact that I've been out there looking for a new gig, and that it's been a challenge in 2023 to find a new job. I've been in a bunch of conversations with friends online, and so Himbo and I were kind of laughing about how ridiculous the process is. And so we decided to make a show about it called Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. So that has been on INN. We've done 4 episodes so far. You can check that out as a playlist on indienews.network. I will put that in the description after the show is over and in the links, as well as on the Substack. So you'll be able to get to the playlist and watch all the episodes. We've been doing about an hour to an hour and a half-ish. I made a couple of clips out of episode 3 that were pretty funny because we actually found what looked like a CIA front or some kind of front company for intel. That was really interesting. So we have that going on now. Also over we have boats smashing into other boats, which we're going to get to in a little while. That is now a show on its own. So in addition to seeing the show live tonight on Sunday nights as you see it, I decided to, after we find out which copyright claims we get hit for against YouTube and which ones YouTube doesn't want us showing again, I then edit those out of the stream, the original video stream, and we'll just run Boats as its own show on Friday night because it's Reddit React and it's funny and people like watching that, and it's more content for everyone.
Easier to share is one thing, right?
Yeah.
So I want to share that with people.
The thing is if you didn't watch this show until about 6 weeks ago, you would never know that we even did this unless somebody told you about it. So this is a way of kind of getting it out there that we do this, that we have a lot of fun. We don't just do news here, and that, you know, this does hold up and stand alone as content for itself. There's one other thing I wanted to show, and I know that I've shown this before, but the Indie News Network, the INN Substack, there have been some articles that have been written over there recently, and I want to share with everybody so you can see what that looks like and who's been writing and what let's talk about that for a minute.
I'm going to send you an image on Discord in a second, by the way.
Okie doke.
And for you to pull up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go back to screen here. This is what indienewsnetwork.substack.com looks like right now. We have the current weekly schedule. And again, like I said, I've been putting these out every week on Friday afternoon, about 6-7 o'clock Eastern. And it is a summary of all of the streams and appearances for everybody in the network, both in list as well as embedded and linked. So you can, and not only when we go live, but like when Misty does an appearance on Fault Lines, or when Tara does an appearance on Kyle Serafin's podcast, or Joe made a funny video for TikTok. I'm trying to get as much in there to showcase all the work and everything that the network is really up to, because there's so much that we're really up to. I think there were 17 pieces of content between the 7 days, and we didn't even do anything on Monday. Literally, the whole network just didn't put anything new out. But the other 6 days, we certainly were busy. But also over at INN Substack, Yardening with Yeti, Episode 1, Series 1, Volume 1, talking about an intro and talking about soils. So our brother Yeti, Jesus, who you saw a couple weeks ago on INN News, you can follow him on the Twitters at Yeti1181. He recorded an anniversary. That's right. Good Lord, his trousers, it's a Yeti, something like that. I don't think you had all of that.
Lord Nelson's trousers, it's a Yeti.
That's the one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll show that at the end. So Yeti wrote an article. He embedded his anniversary video from last November. And then he talks about soil time. So Yeti's been doing gardening in his yard. So what's yardening? Obviously. So different soils,
yard
soil,
gardening.
Yard gardening.
Gardening
right.
in your yard.
So what's the difference between all these soils with photos? And we're just getting started. So shout out to Yeti.
Yeah, Rich Slutsky.
Yeah. Well, that's Rich Slutsky. That's our buddy Crying Grim. So we do have Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. Also, Chris Legion was here last week. Chris Legion's article is there. We published the weekly calendar. But I also wanted to shout out Big Mad Crab, who's in the chat. He wrote 2 articles at the end of July that everybody really should see. And I think they kind of flew under the radar. There was a ton happening at the time. There was a lot going on, and it kind of slid under. But this is an actually really, really well-researched piece about how the FBI killed
He's
Tupac.
supposed to be
Yes.
interviewing John Podash soon. I think Tuesday,
Yes.
he said.
I mean, this week, I believe. So check out,
Yeah.
look out for, and I don't know if he's going to be live streaming that or recording it and putting out a edited version. But this is a really long, well-sourced article kind of documenting the research from these other guys, John and Nick, who have put together a ton of footage to determine that they think that the FBI killed Tupac. So Krebs says it's Tuesday, probably airing Thursday, according to Greg. Recording Tuesday, airing probably Thursday. All right. So
FBI, open up!
thank you, Kill Your Egregores. I really appreciate that. That you feel our frustrations watching Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. Great show, but goddamn the nerve of some of these companies. Yes, it's insane. I mean, the hoops that they make people jump through just to be able to submit an application sometimes. Some of the ridiculous questions, it can be disheartening and frustrating, and it's a gaslight when they say nobody wants to work anymore. I really feel that way. Because we do. There are tons of people that do want to work. We know this. And they just make it incredibly difficult. On top of the fact that if you saw last week, and we're going to rerun it, I think we're going to rerun episode 4 because we ran it Tuesday afternoon and it did Friday afternoon at lunchtime, and it didn't really get very many views. We're going to rerun it tomorrow night because Politically Homeless is going to move to Thursday. I'll tell you about that later. But during this episode, we talked about, no, this is, himbo. Yeah, is it? I don't know. It could be. But we talked about the AI, the amount of AI that's being used in determining what whether your resume gets through or not. Oh my God, that's really funny. Had a job application asked, "How do you like your steak?" It was a car wash. Come on. Insane. One of my favorites was from the very first episode. I found the pronouns on some of these lever.co hiring sites, which is one of these HR websites that the companies use to list all the jobs and to collect resumes. There were 9 potential pronouns, including HU/HU, and I'm going to put that in the chat.
We?
No, it was hoo-hoo. There you go. Himbo's got it. Hoo-hoo. Bro, we laughed so hard about that. Okay, and then there's XI, Zim, Jim, and G. Oh, dude, it was holy crap. We had a lot of fun. That was episode 1. And we've been putting that out Thursday nights. Bread and Circuses will be back next week. What's hoo-hoo? I don't know what hoo-hoo is. I know what a hoo-ha is, but I don't know what a hoo-hoo is. And we had lots of fun laughing about that.
What about hee-hee?
Yeah, well,
you know what a hee-hee is?
That's Michael Jackson. Yes, we know what a hee-hee is. So Crab did do an article about how the FBI killed Tupac. He also did one because the Krasenstein bros have been going after Tara Reade, the crazy loser Krasenstein clown scumbags, have been going after Tara for a long time. So Greg decided that he was going to make an article that kind of summarized, and everybody on Twitter knows what a joke these clowns are, but an article that really brings it all together and shows that they unleashed a campaign of smears and terror against Tara and her family for years, relentlessly spreading lies and harassing her to silence the truth about Joe Biden. If they're paid operatives, it's despicable. If they're not paid, it's even more disgusting and frightening behavior. That's a direct quote from Tara. And they're clowns and scumbags and scammers. All right. Thanks to Matt Taibbi. That's interesting. Rolling Stone. Taibbi single-handedly exposed the Krasensteins as a mini Madoffs trying to pull Ponzi schemes together. And they were like, They were doing email lists and, hey, this gold is going to do this. It was a complete Ponzi. Buy over here, invest over here. This, and it's like boiler room. So, unbelievable. Yeah, Moneymaker group and Talk Gold, who's a wire fraud. Right? I mean, it's a crazy story. So definitely go to indienewsnetwork.substack.com. It was published about 3 weeks ago. Somebody set up an account and started trashing Tara in here. I don't have to tolerate that. We don't have to tolerate that. So they got hidden, and it was they brought no facts about Tara. They just didn't like the fact that she has been exposing Joe Biden and talking about it. So I think that's about it of the new stuff that we've been publishing. Like I said, we've been publishing alerts when we go live over at, so you can go over to indienewsnetwork.substack.com, go to the archives. When you're there over here, this is what you'll see. Archive. So the archive is the list of all of the articles published in chronological order from most recent back. See all my what's going ons that we publish every week. And inside every what's going on is a summary of what everybody did all across YouTube and everywhere else throughout the network. So by all means, please check those out. And subscribe over here. You can, it's not even monetized, it's totally free. One other thing, Indie News Network, patreon.com/Indie News Network. We have a few Patreons. Plus, you can also sign up for membership over at our YouTube channel. Here is patreon.com/Indie News Network. 4 members. Sign up for as little as $3 a month and hook us up. Help us subsidize our costs here. We don't do this to make money, although it would be nice. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Kill your egregores, yes. Tara, we love Tara. Shout out love for our friend Tara, our INN sister in Moscow. She did an excellent interview on Friday with Rada Sterling, which is her international attorney that handles extradition cases. So there are apparently a lot of expats that can't come home for whatever reason. And Rada has been working on trying to get them freed. So nice. Much love, Jax. Thank you so much. All right. So yeah, that was fun. I'm done. I'm good.
Don't forget to watch Boats Friday, Jax.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, Jordan Deck. Yes, Misty's TNT channel. Jordan Deck says that I just checked Misty's TNT channel and noticed that I missed Jimmy a couple days ago. Yes, Jimmy Dore was on Thursday. Fiorella was on Wednesday. George Galloway was on Monday. And this guy sitting next to me, he was on Tuesday. That was not a typo. Me? In between all those heavyweights is this guy. Heavyweight champion week is all I can say. We got champions week. Yep. So
real heavyweight shit, dog.
Not only that, but if you go to mistywinston.substack.com, we should do that.
And then I guess we can do that.
Substa? No. Come on, folks. I can't type.
Dude, Mavis teaches typing. What are you doing?
No, I have even worse. I have a Stream Deck in front of me where I can type where I can literally have a button to do anything.
You bought Mod teaches typing? Is that what you bought?
Right?
God.
So at the top of Misty's Substack, which, hey, I know a guy that actually helps her do this every day. Yeah, that's me. This week I published for her a summary article of all 5 appearances for the week. Now, every day, if you subscribe to her Substack, you'll be able to get an email of who her guest for the day is. She puts that out in the afternoon, who's going to be on at 6 o'clock with a bio and links to listen and links to subscribe and support her guest. Yeah. On top of that, somebody, I think it was this guy, said, hey, why don't you make like a summary for the week? I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good idea.
Yep.
So I did. So here you can listen to the George Galloway, Reef, Fiorella, Jimmy Dore, as well as Miles Hunter, who's organizing an action, who's participating in organizing an action for September 2nd, where they're going to protest at every Australian embassy or every town square in support of Julian Assange. So if you click right there,
fantastic.
that'll actually go to the Substack for that specific day. And you can click here on the orange button in every one of those Substacks to listen back to the replay for that episode. Again, September 2nd, noon to 4, London time, in this case, also in Australia, at your Australian embassy. I don't know that music.
I don't either. I thought I pressed the button to turn off stuff. Anyway, continue.
I have.
That's a boat that didn't make it.
I have nothing to continue. Yes, that is like.
You do. Pull up that image.
Oh, well, I was going to do that afterwards. But
we can do it now.
We can do it now, I guess.
Just open in browser.
Yeah, well, it's going to open in a different browser. Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Yes, dear. Thank you.
Yep. Don't call me none of your mama's pet names.
All right. Hey, look at that. We got new merch. Check it out. Yep. All right. Well, this isn't even the new merch. This is, well, a little bit of the new merch, but this looks like a lot of the old merch and some of the new merch. This is definitely new merch. Bitch with Comrade Misty now has a shirt. Go get your bitch shirt, everyone. Get your bitch shirt here. Get your bitch shirt. And your coffee mug that says that Joe Biden is the Nord Stream bomber. Nice. Himbo.
And we got the INN shirts in black.
Yep. INN shirts
are in some of those up if you want.
Are in black, different colors. You've got your Jett tank top. I love that.
Yep.
Jesse actually bought one of those. There's your black t-shirt. You got your bucket hat.
Get your little bucket hat and flippies.
My daughter's been asking for the flip-flops. They're expensive. They're like $35 for a pair of Flip-flops. Damn. That water bottle's expensive too. There were some other shirts that were made last night. Crab also made a few, so check out, what is it? indienews.shop. Right. That's the URL to go to, indienews.shop, and you'll be able to get yourself some cool, sweet INN merch.